the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Her Excellency Ms. Delcy Rodriguez, acting President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, who was earlier scheduled to visit India to participate in the International Big Cats Alliance Summit on 1st June, which has been deferred, as you know, will pay a working visit to India from 3rd of June to 7th of June. She will be accompanied by several ministers, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Economy and Finance, Science and Technology, Communication and Information, and Transportation. Some of you would know that Acting President Rodriguez has visited India several times in the past in her capacity as the Foreign Minister of Venezuela, as also in her capacity as the Vice President of Venezuela. She came here as Foreign Minister in 2015 and thereafter as Vice President in 2019, 2023, 2024, and 2025. This will be her sixth visit to India, so she has had long association with us. During the visit, Acting President, Rodriguez, will hold bilateral discussions with Prime Minister. The discussions will involve the full spectrum of India-Venezuela relations and explore avenues for further cooperation in the areas of energy, trade, investment, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, transportation, and renewable energy. As part of the program, they will be visiting several sites. India, as you know, India is an important partner of Venezuela in the areas of energy and investment. Indian public sector undertakings have made significant investment in Venezuela in the energy sector, and they are keen to explore more opportunities to further enhance their presence. We will be issuing a press release so that you get a fuller update of what is there in a program during the visit. But I thought I'll first announce the visit for all of you to report. With that, I open the floor for questions. We can start. We'll go with Uma first.
उमा शंकर सिंह, इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट। पिछले दिनों हमने नेपाल के प्रधानमंत्री का बयान देखा जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि नेपाल ने भी भारत की जमीन पर कब्जा किया हुआ है। हमने नेपाल विदेश मंत्रालय का बयान देखा जिसमें कि तकनीकी तौर पे उसकी व्याख्या की गई है, लेकिन भारत सरकार की आधिकारिक स्थिति इस पे क्या है?
Siddhant, sorry.
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Beyond. So we saw the EU's top diplomat visiting Islamabad, and there was a joint statement that referred to Kashmir as well, where the Pakistani side briefed on Kashmir to the EU side. EU side briefed on the situation in Ukraine. How does the Indian side see that?
Akhilesh.
सर, मैं अखिलेश सुमन हूँ डीडी न्यूज से। नेपाल का एक पॉलिटिकल डेलीगेशन इंडिया में आया हुआ है और आज उन्होंने नितिन नवीन बीजेपी के अध्यक्ष से मुलाकात की है। क्या उनका विदेश मंत्री से भी मिलने का कोई कार्यक्रम है?
Keshav.
Thank you, spokesperson. Keshav Padmanabhan from The Print. Ahead of the visit of the acting president of Venezuela, there remains about, I think, little over $500 million that has to be paid as dividends by Venezuela to an Indian public sector undertaking, specifically ONGC Videsh, I think. Will this come up during the discussions, and what is India's position with regards to this significant sum owed to an Indian PSU?
Ayushi.
So this is Ayushi Agarwal from ANI. On the Pakistan-EU joint statement, has India conveyed its concern to the European Union regarding the language used in the EU-Pakistan strategic dialogue statement? And also on Nepal, the Prime Minister has reportedly suggested involving countries like UK and China in discussions related to the India-Nepal border issue. What is India's response to that?
So Ayushi, Uma Shankar, and Akhilesh, I will club these questions and answer them both in Hindi and English for you. चूंकि पहले सवाल हिंदी में आया था तो मैं पहले हिंदी में बताना चाहूँगा। हमने भारत नेपाल सीमा के संबंध में नेपाल के प्रधानमंत्री के टिप्पणियों को, उनके बयान को और उसके साथ साथ जो उनके विदेश मंत्रालय की तरफ से बयान आया है उसको देखा है। हालांकि भारत नेपाल सीमा का लगभग 98% हिस्सा निर्धारित हो चुका है, फिर भी कुछ हिस्सों में कुछ मसले हैं जिसको सुलझाना बाकी है। गंडक नदी के बहाव में परिवर्तन होने के कारण ये स्थिति उत्पन्न हुई है। इसके अतिरिक्त सीमा के निर्धारित हिस्सों में सीमा पार कब्जे और नो मैन्स लैंड पर अतिक्रमण के मामले भी हैं, जिसका संयुक्त रूप से मानचित्रण किया जा रहा है। हमने सीमा संबंधित सभी मामलों से निपटने के लिए द्विपक्षीय तंत्र स्थापित किए हैं। सभी संबंधित पक्षों को यह स्पष्ट होना चाहिए कि भारत और नेपाल के बीच जो भी द्विपक्षीय मामले हैं उसमें किसी तरह से तीसरे पक्ष की कोई भूमिका नहीं है। I would repeat this in English as well. Yeshi, your question was similar. We have seen the remarks of Prime Minister of Nepal concerning India-Nepal boundary, as well as the subsequent statement made by the Nepali Foreign Office on this matter. While close to 98% of India-Nepal boundary has been demarcated, there are some unresolved segments. The shifting of the course of Gandak River has resulted in this situation. In addition, there are cases of cross-border occupation and encroachment of no man's land in demarcated segments of the boundary, which are currently being mapped jointly. We have established bilateral mechanisms to deal with all aspects of boundary matters. It should be clear to all concerned that there is no role for any third parties in a bilateral matter between India and Nepal. अखिलेश, आपका सवाल था उनके यहाँ से उनके राष्ट्रीय स्वतंत्र पार्टी के अध्यक्ष रवि लामिछाने जी का भारत यात्रा। ये यात्रा उनकी हो रही है क्योंकि दोनों देशों के बीच में, जैसा कि जानते हैं, लोगों के बीच में, साथ में दोनों तरफ के राजनीतिक दलों के बीच में भी रिश्ते हैं और ये कॉन्टैक्ट्स दोनों लगातार चलते रह रहे हैं। उनका आगमन हुआ है भारत में, कई एक लोगों से उनकी मुलाकात हो रही है और कई एक हाई लेवल उच्च स्तरीय उनकी मुलाकात भी होनी है। इसके बारे में मैं आपको जानकारी दूंगा। अभी जो भी हमारे पास इस पे जानकारी होगी मैं बताऊंगा आपको। Keshav, then Siddhant, to your question regarding the reference to Jammu and Kashmir, we would like to say that we categorically reject such unwarranted references. In the joint press communique on matters internal to India, the Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are integral and inalienable parts of India. Those who have no locus standi on such matters should desist from making any comment on them. Keshav, regarding your question, we have our companies, oil PSUs, who've made investments in the energy sector in Venezuela. And during this visit, as you know, Venezuela is an important energy partner for us. There'll be issues of regarding energy security, regarding our public sector undertakings, those issues, and several other trade and investment related issues. And other parts of this relationship, we have several elements to it. The healthcare cooperation, pharma cooperation, and as also, there are several areas of business engagement that are proposed between the two sides. So all these issues will be discussed along with the issue that you mentioned. So we go to the next one. Yeshi?
This is Yeshi Sethi from Business India. I have a question on Bangladesh. Bangladesh National Party spokesperson has said that Bangladesh's relation with India hinges on a new Ganges water sharing treaty because the old one is coming to an end in December. What is MEA's comment on that?
Pranay?
So Pranay Upadhyay from India Today Network. There are reports that around 30 Indian truck drivers are being deported from the United States. And do we have confirmation about this? How many drivers are there, and they belong to which state? Besides that, how many identity verification documents have been sent by the US authorities for Government of India to verify for the deportation process? If you can give us a figure and estimate about that.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening, sir. This is Megha from Newsax, and my question about these back-to-back visits that have been scheduled. First, the Trade Secretary of United Kingdom, and then the Foreign Secretary of United Kingdom. What is the significance of these two visits? And of course, the operationalization of the free trade agreement between both countries. Is this the reason the Foreign Secretary has come to India?
Jessica?
Hi, sir. This is Jessica for Doordarshan. How does India view the recent remarks made by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth that the US and Pakistan are developing true friendship?
Please.
Hi, sir. This is Keita from Japanese news agency GG Press. Recently, U.S. government released some UAP files and an unidentified anonymous phenomena, including UFO. So, have India and U.S. officials ever exchanged views on UAP matter?
Sorry, on
On UAP, this matter, UAP matter.
UNP matter? Okay.
And so one more question. Is there any specialized department regarding UAP in the Indian government?
UFO, you mean to say?
Yeah, including UFO.
So, Ishi, first to your question, we, as you know, that we have several rivers, in fact, 54 rivers that are shared between India and Bangladesh, and we have a joint rivers commission, structured bilateral mechanism to deal with issues pertaining to all the rivers that we share between India and Bangladesh. And the question that you asked, we will also be looking at these issues as part of uh, our structured bilateral collaboration that we have on the issue of water, on the issue of rivers. Pranay, on your question, we also seen some reports about deportation. But what I can tell you is that India does not in any manner support illegal immigration. We, in fact, cooperate with the United States as and when there are cases of deportation which are referred to us. We check the nationality, and once the nationality of those people are verified, we thereafter we uh, they are deported and we receive our nationals. Uh, as far as the exact number of cases that have been referred to us by the United States, I don't have an update for you for to share with you at this point, but surely I will come back to you. But immigration matters, mobility matters. This is an ongoing collaboration, cooperation between the United States and India. And we have been having people being deported from the United States to India um, once their nationality has been verified by us. Megha, on the visit of the foreign minister of UK, this visit, I understand, is to happen. As to when it will happen, we'll keep you informed. With the United Kingdom, it's not just about FTA, but we have a large gamut of issues that we deal with them: economic cooperation, security cooperation, defense cooperation, and several other areas of collaboration. So when the foreign secretary or the foreign minister of UK will be here, we will discuss all these issues with them, as also including the issue of free trade agreement and how we can scale up our trade and investment ties. So, Trade Secretary is here in India. He will. I'm sure Ministry of Commerce will give you a readout from that meeting to you. But we remain confident that we continue to will scale up our trade and investment ties with the United Kingdom, as also with other partners across the world. Jessica, your question regarding the comments made. We hope our friends and partners would impress on the country to credibly and irrevocably abjure cross-border terrorism. Keita, your question regarding year 4, this is a new matter that I've heard. So I'll have to check, exactly what is the context, what is there behind it. As far as, we have a vibrant space program that we have Indian Space Research Organization, is a very well-known entity with international reputation. And we have close collaboration between ISRO and several internationally renowned agencies, including with Japan. We have space cooperation and a very strong technological cooperation. But more on the details, I'll come back to you as to where we are at, or what lies behind this particular question of yours. Hello.
So Kalol Bhattacharya from the Hindu. So my question is regarding Nepal ruling party chief's visit to Delhi. What is the context of this visit? If you could please explain. So the kind of protocol that he received on arriving at the airport yesterday. He's after all just the head of the ruling party. He's not really head of the government. Why is India entertaining him at the highest political level? I understand a meeting with the external affairs minister is right now going on. Because from the Nepalese side, it's appearing slightly as if out of sync.
Okay.
So if you could just explain, what is the reason that you are hosting him here, especially because I understand the foreign secretary was expected to visit Nepal last month and he couldn't visit because, as we understand, the prime minister didn't give him a appointment for meeting. So therefore, explanation.
Hi, Smita Sharma. The situation in Lebanon continues to be extremely worrisome. The kind of flattening of buildings, while Israel says that it's targeting Hezbollah, there's been severe deaths, casualties happening there, and which has also led to, in fact, Iran now saying that it is suspending the ongoing talks with the United States. How does India view this, keeping in mind that we also have UN peacekeepers in Lebanon and in the region as well? How do you look at the Israeli military offensive?
Neeraj.
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभा साक्षी से। सर भारत बांग्लादेश सीमा पर फेंसिंग का काम तेज चल रहा है, घुसपैठियों को बाहर करने का अभियान चल रहा है। इस बीच रिपोर्ट्स हैं कि बांग्लादेश से एक बड़ा प्रतिनिधिमंडल नई दिल्ली में इस मुद्दे पर वार्ता के लिए आने वाला है 8 जून से। क्या इस बारे में विदेश मंत्रालय के पास और जानकारी है?
So Dhairya Maheshwari from Sputnik. So would it be possible to get some details about India's participation at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum kicking off tomorrow, as to who is leading the Indian delegation and what would be the priority areas, in terms of joint investments or India-Russia collaboration? Thank you.
Okay. So Kalol, first to your question, the chairman of the Rashtriya Swatantrata Party of Nepal, Shri Rabi Lamichhane, he is visiting India. This visit is part of the contacts that are there between the two countries, between the political parties of the two countries. Yes, he was received at the airport. I saw some visuals of it, but he was received by the people who invited him. So, the party invited him and he was received by them. He will be having high-level meetings here and several other meetings. And these are part and parcel of, these contacts are equally important because with Nepal, we have multifaceted partnership. We have government-to-government relations. We have people-to-people relations. We have relations between cultural ambassadors of this country and cultural ambassadors of Nepal. So, it is a very wide expanse of multifaceted partnership that we share. And we value these contacts in further strengthening and deepening our friendly partnership with Nepal. Smita, on your question, we have been closely following the developments in West Asia region. And, our point right from the very beginning has been that dialogue and diplomacy is the way forward for achieving an early return of peace and stability. And we continue to emphasize this point with all our interlocutors. बांग्लादेश के साथ नीरज, हमारे बहुत सारे द्विपक्षीय तंत्र हैं और इन द्विपक्षीय तंत्र मैकेनिज्म्स जो हैं उनका एक दूसरे से मिलना होता रहता है। ये स्ट्रक्चर्ड बायलैटरल मैकेनिज्म्स हैं। उसी के तहत आने वाले दिनों में नई दिनों में सीमा संबंधित मुद्दों पर बातचीत होने के लिए दोनों देशों के बीच में जो स्ट्रक्चर्ड मैकेनिज्म है उसकी मीटिंग होने की संभावना है। और जैसा कि आपने बताया कि ये इसकी कुछ तिथि तय की गई है, मेरे पास इसकी जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन जैसे भी मेरे पास जानकारी आएगी मैं इसका आपके लिए इसको उपयुक्ता करूंगा मैं। Dhairya, regarding your question, India's participation in St. Petersburg, this forum that is happening, I don't have an exact information for you at this point in time, but we do value our participation in the forum. With Russia, we have very strong ties, including in several areas, economic and trade being one of them. And these ties have been expanding in recent times. And we look forward to a meaningful participation. As to exactly who's leading our delegation, I will come back to you on that matter. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't have further questions, thank you very much for your participation.